Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear student. It's me, Dr. Mansoor Khan, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Kohat University of Science and Technology. Today I am going to deliver my 14th lecture, which is there any significant difference between the two methods? This slide shows the outline of today's lecture, which will cover a brief introduction to the test of significance, important terminologies which is used in test of significance, F-test and its significance in analytical chemistry, and T-test and its significance in analytical chemistry. Today we will discuss and explain all these outlines in our today's lecture. The first one is introduction. As we know that analytical chemists always working on developing new methods. They always in search to develop the most accurate, precise and a simple methods for analysis. Therefore, when the method is developed, it is often desirable to compare the result of that method with those of an accepted, perhaps standard method. So, the standard method which are already reported in the textbook is then based as a standard for the newly developed method. The newly developed method is then compared with the standard method which is already published in the literature. Now, when a method is developed, how thou can one tell if there is a significant difference between the new method and the accepted one? This is a question. When you develop a method for certain analysis, then how somebody can say that the method is significant or not significant? Today we will discuss this in detail, that how we can say that the method is significant or non-significant. So for this purpose we resort to statistics for the answer. We will take help from statistics that whether the newly developed method is statistically significant or non-significant. This is our goal of today's lecture. Before directly going into the test of significance, it is very important to understand some terminologies which will be used in test of significance. So the first one is population. Often we will see the word population when we discuss test of significance. So what is population? Population is basically infinite collection of elements, for example individual, items or observation. The second important terminology which is called sample. Sample is a part or a subset of population. Sample is a small part of population which is the representative of the whole population. So we cannot use the whole population for analysis in the laboratory. Therefore we take some smaller portion of the population which is called the sample, and then which is the representative of the population, and this sample is then used for analysis in the laboratory. The third one is parameters. Parameters are constant that describe population. Parameters are basically related with population. And another important terminology is statistic. So a quantity that describes sample, function and observation. So statistic is basically related with sample. So these are some important terminologies that we will use all the time in statistics. One of the most important terminology is confidence limit. How sure you are. So confidence limit tells us about how sure you are. Statistical theory allows us to estimate the range within which the true value might fall. As we say earlier, that confidence limit means how sure you are. So statistically it tells us that where in which limit the true value is present and how sure you are. So this is basically the confidence limit tells us. This range is called the confidence interval. The range within which we are confident that the true value is present is called confidence interval, and the limit of the two of this interval, the limit of the upper and the lower limit of this interval in which we are confident that the true value is present is called confidence limit. So the likelihood that the true value fall within the range is called confidence limit. Now your level of confidence in which you are confident that the true value is present in these two limits is called confidence limit. Mathematically, how we calculate confidence limit? For this we have equation. So equation number 1, confidence limit is equal to x plus minus ts divided by n under the root. This is a generalized equation for confidence limit. Now for upper limit we have equation 2, which is equal to confidence for the upper limit, which is equal to x plus ts divided by n under the root. For lower limit we have equation 3, in which confidence limit is equal to x minus ts divided by n under the root. So equation 1 is used for generalized confidence limits, equation 2 is used for upper limit, and equation 3 is used for lower limits, where x means x is equal to mean of the data set, t is tabulated value, s standard deviation, and n number of measurements. Basically now we will go to calculate the test of significance. So the first one is F test. The F test is used to determine if two variances are statistically different from each other or not. In F test, we basically compare the variances of newly developed method and already standard, accepted or published method. So here we compare the variances, it means, and we know that variance is the measurement of precision. So F test is used to compare the precisions of the two methods. This is a test designed to indicate whether there is a significant difference between two methods based on their standard deviation. As we can say, standard deviation is also equal to variance. So when the word standard deviation and variance come, it means that we are talking about precision, where the variance is the square of standard deviation. This we have already discussed in our previous slide. Now mathematically, F test, in F test, F is calculated. F is calculated and F is equal to variances of the first method divided by variance of the accepted or true are accepted or standard method. So S1 square is the variance of your or newly developed method, and S2 is the variance of accepted or published method, where S1 is greater than S2. V1 and V2 where degree of freedom is defined as n-1 for each case. V1 is the degree of freedom of your or newly developed method, and V2 is the degree of freedom of the accepted or published method. So if f which is calculated from the above equation is less than f tabulated, which is present in the table, then the method will be significant or method will be accepted. But if f calculated is greater than f tabulated, the method will be non-significant or unaccepted. It means that f calculated, if f value is greater than f tabulated, it means that the method is less precise as compared to the accepted or standard method. But f calculated is greater than the f tabulated, then it means that the precision of your method is greater as compared to the already published method. Here we will take a very simple example. So the first one is your method, and the standard method which is used for comparison is Falun Wu method. Your method gives a data which consists of 127, 125, 123, 130, 131, 127, 129, and the mean of the data set is equal to x1, which is equal to 127. While the Falun Wu method gives results which is equal to 130, 128, 139, 129, 127, 125, and the mean of the result is equal to x2, which is equal to 128. Now variance for your method is equal to the equation, and the value which is obtained of the variance of your method is equal to 8.3. Variance of Falun Wu method is calculated and the value is equal to 4.8. As we know that f is equal to variance of your method divided by variance of accepted method. Now putting the value, we will obtain the f value which is equal to 1.73 calculated. F tabulated, which is present in the textbook, is equal to 4.95 at 95% confidence limit. As we know that f calculated is less than f tabulated, therefore your method is highly precise, your method is significant, and your method is acceptable. So this is the goal of the f test. This how f test can be applicable for the significance of the method which is developed in the laboratory. Another one is t-test. The t-test is used to determine if two sets of measurements are statistically different. In this case, we usually compare the accuracy of the method. Now here again in t-test we calculate the value of t, which is called t calculated, which is then compared with t tabulated. So if t calculated is greater than t tabulated, then the two data set are significantly different at the chosen confidence level. In this method, comparison is made between test method and the other will be an accepted or bench method. T-test can be categorized into T-test when the accepted value is known. So if you know the accepted value, then you can calculate the value of T by using some equation. Now the second one is B, comparison of the mean of the result. In this case we compare the mean of the results of the two methods. The third one is pair T-test. So these are the three forms of T-test that in the coming slide we will explain one by one. So the first one is T-test when the accepted value is known. In this case, the mean of the result is compared with the true or accepted value. As the true value is present, so it is easy to compare the mean of the result, mean of the newly developed method with the true value or mathematically this is equal to the T value is calculated, which is equal to x minus mu n under the root divided by standard deviation, where x is mean of the results, mu true or accepted value, n number of measurements, s standard deviation. So here this is basically the conclusion that we will take from this T-test. Number 1, if T calculated is greater than T tabulated, then the method is insignificant. Number 2, if T calculated is less than T tabulated, then the method will be non-significant. Number 1, T calculated is greater than T tabulated, then the method is insignificant. The second one is T calculated is less than T tabulated, then the method will be significant. So here we will take an example that how this T-test can be applicable. So we have 5 replicas are sampled and analyzed. So mean of the result is 10.8 ppm, standard deviation is plus minus 0.7 ppm, reference value is 11.7 ppm. Does your method give a statistically correct value relative to certified value at 95% confidence level? So putting the value in the equation, which is equal to x minus mu n under the root divided by standard deviation. So T calculated is equal to 10.8 minus 11.7, 5 under the root divided by 0.7. So T calculated value is equal to 2.9 and the T tabulated is equal to 2.77. So because T calculated is greater than T tabulated and 95% confident level, so we are 95% sure that the procedure, that the newly developed method is non-significant. The second one is T-test, comparison of the mean of the two methods. This is another type of T-test when true value is not present. The reciprocal of the standard deviation of the mean is replaced by that of differences between the two, which is readily shown to be n1 n2 divided by n1 plus n2 under the root divided by pooled standard deviation, where SP is equal to pooled standard deviation and pooled standard deviation is equal to summation xi minus x whole square plus xi2 minus x2 whole square plus xik minus xk whole square under the root divided by n minus k. The final equation will become T is equal to xi plus x2 divided by pooled standard deviation n1 n2 divided by n1 plus n2 under root. Here we will take an example. The result reported as %FE for each analysis were as follows. So the data, your method, percentage, 20.10, 20.50, 18.65, 19.25, 19.40 and 19.99. Here mean of the result is equal to 19.65. Reference method results is equal to 18.89, 19.20, 19.00, 19.70 and 19.40. Mean of the result is equal to 19.24. So solution, first applying F test. So the value obtained by F calculated is 4.31, which is less than tabulated F value, which is 6.26. So according to the F test, the method is significant. Now applying T test. This is the equation. Now putting the value, we will obtain a value which is 1.23, which is less than tabulated value 2.262. So the method is significant. The last one is called pair T test. It is completely different type of T test in which we calculate the T value. In this case, the T value is calculated in slightly different form using the following equation. T is equal to D divided by ST n under the root, where ST is a special type of standard deviation which is equal to Di minus T whole square divided by n minus 1 under the root, where Di is the individual difference between the two methods for each sample with regard to, and D is the mean of all the individual differences. Example, here we will take an example which will explain how the pair T test can be applicable. So here is the sample 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the your method. The values are 10.2, 12.7, 8.6, 17.5, 11.2 and 11.5. This is standard method. This is 10.5, 11.9, 8.7, 16.9, 10.9 and 11.1. So solution, putting here, this is the equation. So this is the standard deviation. The value is 0.42, and finally putting in the last equation, we will obtain a value which is equal to 1.63, and it is less than the tabulated value 2.571. So the method is significant. Thank you so much.